Hello everybody. Through this session, we will continue our next story of Footprints Without Feet, that is BHOLI, chapter number 9 of your supplementary reader. Actually, this is the story of a simple girl who was neglected in her family. Actually, her real name was Sulekha, and she was the daughter of Nambardar Ramlal only. Uh, actually, when she was 10 months old, she had fallen off from the cot on her head. Cot, the bed only. And during this, some part of her brain had got damaged only. And that's why she remained a backward child only. She did not grew in her age. And that's why she was known to be Bholi, the simpleton. However, at her birth, she was a very pretty and fair child. But later, when she was just 2 years old, she had an attack of smallpox, and on her entire body, there were uh, poke marks, deep black poke marks, and that had made her ugly. And apart from this, she could not speak till the age of 5, and finally when she spoke also, she used to stammer, problem having speaking. So talking about other children used to make fun of her, and she felt bad in that way. She felt that much bad that she did not even try to speak even. So she, as a result, she talked very little only. We talk about her father Ramlal. He was a wealthy farmer, and he had 7 children, 3 sons and 4 daughters. As it was a rich family, so there was plenty to eat and uh, drink in the family. All the children except Bholi, they were healthy. And talking about the sons in the family, they were given due opportunities for education also. They were sent away out of village also for higher education, even in colleges also. And to talk about the girls, so the eldest of them was Radha. She was already married, and the second one was Mangla only. Her marriage has been fixed. So he was Ramlal, the father, was thinking of the marriage of the third one, Champa only. However, he was not worried about the marriages of all these three, because these three were good looking and healthy girls. So it was not difficult to find proper match, by bridegroom for them. But he was worried about Bholi, because Bholi neither had good looks and nor she has intelligence. She was mentally also, she was weak, so he was worried about her. However, at the time of when Bholi was just 7 years old only, and that time Mangla was married. So the same year in the village, a primary school was opened, and in the opening ceremony, Tehsildar Sahib had come for that opening ceremony only. So he had asked the Nambardar Ramlal only, that as he was the revenue officer uh, and representative of the government in the village, so must, or he should set an example by sending his own daughters to school. And that he guided also, and he suggested also him that must send his daughters to school. So that night when Ramlal was discussing these things with his wife, orthodox villager only, she cried and she said, uh, if he was crazy, how could he talk about that girls should be sent to school, and that if she should be sent to school only, if girls should be sent to school, who would marry them? However, Ramlal could not deny to Tehsildar Sahib. He did not have the courage to disobey the Tehsildar. So he forced upon his wife the thought that only Tehsildar Sahib had suggested this. So finally his wife told him that uh, she would send, or they would send Bholi only to school, because there was hardly any chance of getting her married, because she was not mentally well, even according to them, and she had a ugly face also, so there was hardly any chance of her getting married. So let the teachers at school only worry about her. So decided that they would send Bholi to school. However, next day, the Nambardar Ramlal, father of the girl, he caught Bholi by her hand and asked her that uh, that she had to go to school only. So, and that he would take her school. Bholi was totally frightened because she had not ever heard about school. She did not know what actually school was, and she remembered one thing only, that a few days back only, her cow Lakshmi, she was driven out of the house and then she was sold. She was thinking that now father was taking her also out of the house, and then she would also be sold in that way only. She was so much afraid, and she shouted in terror only that no, she would not go. However, Ramlal, he became angry only that why was the girl behaving like that, and he told that you fool, and just he was taking her school only. So he told his wife also that she should be given proper clothes, and she should be dressed properly. Otherwise, what the teachers would think, and what the other girls would think in the village, in the school only, about them, that see, this is the daughter of Nambardar only. How was she dressed? Actually, the thing was, uh, there were no new clothes ever made for Bholi. She used to always get hand-me-down clothes of her elder sisters only, and their clothes which they were not now, which no longer fitted to them, so they were passed on to her. However, no new clothes were made for her. So that day, uh, an old dress of her sister was passed on to her, which was actually clean. It was not new but clean only, and this dress only had shrunk after many washings, but it was clean only, and it did not now fit to Champa, her sister only. So that's why it was given to her, and she was bathed that day. She was given a bath also. Oil was rubbed in her matted, dirty, shabby hair. So that time she realized that no, something good is happening to her, and she was taken to a place which was better than her house, because that treatment she had never in her life. So when they reached school, she found there that there were many girls of her age, and there were many classrooms. So Ramlal, the Nambardar, he handed over the girl, his daughter, to the headmistress there, and the girl also, she was a little bit afraid also, but then she found that all the girls were sitting there squatted in many of the classrooms, squatted, folded legs on the floor only. So headmistress asked Boli to sit one of the classroom at the corner only. After that, actually Bholi had no idea what actually school used to be, and why had she come there, why was she sent there, why all girls had gathered there. She had no idea about that. So then the teacher came, and the teacher gave directions to girls. She was saying some things to girls, however she did not understand that what the teacher was telling them. But she found that there were pictures on the wall, and the colors of the picture were so attractive. She found that the horse was brown, just like the horse of the Tehsildar, on which the Tehsildar used to come to visit their village. goat was black as the goat of their neighbor only. And talking about parrots were green like she has seen the parrots on the mango orchard. And the cow was just like their Lakshmi, which was sold. So talking about, she just was enjoying and she was attracted toward these pictures. At that time only she realized that the teacher was standing by her only. So teacher was smiling at her and teacher asked her name, that what her name was. So Bholi tried to speak, but as she used to stammer, so she could not speak her name. She started blah blah and then stopped only. She could not complete her name. Then everybody in the classroom, all the other girls, they started laughing only, and this girl, she started crying. She felt bad and she started crying only. So after school, when the bell rang and all the girls, they ran out of the classrooms, but Bholi, she was continued. She was not able to leave her corner. She was sobbing. She was crying. So at that time, she found that teacher came to her and she called her name lovingly, Bholi. And she found that voice was so soft and it was soothing. In her whole life, nobody had spoken so lovingly to her in such a friendly way only. And she found that it was not a command. Nobody is rebuking her, nobody is scolding her. That was just like a friendly way of speaking. So it was just a suggestion only that Bholi get up. So she got up and then the teacher asked her again that she should tell her name again. So Bholi was thinking as if her tongue will support her or not. Actually, she wanted to speak. She wanted to tell her name to this lady who was so nice to her. And she again tried, but again stammered only. She could not speak her name. But then teacher encouraged her. She asked her that she should try again and again. And finally she was able to speak her name, Bholi. So she felt relieved, as if it was a great achievement only. And that teacher kind of motivated her that it was very nice of her, and she touched her lovingly, affectionately, and told her that she should put away all her fears. She should not get afraid of anything. That if she would try again and again, she would be able to speak like other children in time. So Bholi looked up as if she wanted to ask the teacher if it was true, because Bholi did not have the real, actually she did not believe in herself that she could speak properly, and teacher was showing her a kind of a dream only. So she was asking as if it was true, it could happen, as if the teacher also understood that she was looking at her questioningly. So the teacher told that yes, it is definite that she could speak, and if she comes daily regularly to school, then it will be possible. And then she asked only Bholi that if she could come school daily or not. So Bholi nodded, she just agreed. So teacher again asked her, no, she should speak. Nodding of the head will not do. So at this time, Bholi, without any talking about extra effort, she could speak yes. And she was also herself astonished, surprised that how could she speak without stammering. So teacher again kind of congratulated her that yes, she told her that she could speak, and that was kind of a beginning only, and he gave her a book also in which there were nice pictures. So this was all about the first part of our chapter Bholi. We will try to continue, we will try to finish the chapter in our second video lecture.